Good morning, traders, and this is your Dow Jones day trading setup for today. So we've got our pullback yesterday, but I just want to stay on the weekly to start with, just to point out a few things. So the first thing is that we do have a separation of the stochastics, and they are starting to sort of cross over. Okay, we did get a squirt below the buying line here on the Williams percentage R. And then I think the important factors here are this weekly level, as I said, is pretty strong. Okay, we've got two touches at that level, and we are currently pulling back. The question is how far we're going to pull back. From a weekly point, this inside tail here is the most logical level, but we can also expect something around there. You can see I've got a tail that touches there, and then another two here. So fairly strong level as well. If we look at the daily, and I just want to pull this across. If we look at the daily, we've got another pin bar. Okay, so a break below. Use this. A break below this, the low of yesterday, is going to bring us pretty much down to this inside bar on the daily. Okay. So you can see the level that I'm looking for here is pretty much, there's a lot of congestion here. I mean, we had 4 days where we battled with this level. So for me, I'm not even going to bother with this downside level here. That is my zone. There's my zone. If I look at the stochastics, they are telling me that there is a potential for a turn here, and we are expecting a bit of a pullback. However, if we start drilling down to the smaller time frames, and I think that's when I start with a 4-hour, you'll see we have a very well-defined double top here. Okay, engulfing, second engulfing, and we haven't really, well, I suppose we have closed below it, but it's not with much conviction. Okay, so the probability of this double top playing out is probably a 50-50 at the moment. This could be just forming a flag or some kind of form of a range. But anyway, right now it's looking like a consolidation off a major level. Okay, the trend is still very much to the upside. When you look at these time frames, it's very much the upside, and I should be looking for long entries. Okay, so just coming back to the 3-hour, you can see we haven't really tagged the level. So these two levels are definitely something I'm looking for, and that is 25,896 or 25,955. Okay, those are the levels that I'm looking at anyway. And if I put that in there, you'll see there is my current downward trend line, and most logical place to be buying is going to be around this area. Okay, so just look to the left and you'll see what I'm talking about. I've got all this, well, let's just call it resistance, which is now we're hoping to make it into support, but there's quite a bit happening at this level. Okay, if I look at the hour, you'll see got a bit of a crossover here. I've got some gathering of the Williams percentage R to the downside. Don't really have diversions on the moving averages, but I'm looking for a reason to get in. Now, if we just look at the hour, I think what we want to do is keep those bottom two in. Let's keep those two in. Let's just get rid of this as noise. Well, actually, I want to use that. So there's our gap, and as I suggested yesterday, we were looking for that gap. Close. The gap is closed. We have broken through this level here. We've got an hour close below it. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's 1, 2. That close below 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got 7 hours candles that have closed below that level. Now there is an outside chance that we have a bit of a trend change here, and we have this double top play out. Okay, now watch carefully what that double top target lines up with. Okay, so it's the last line, and you can see still a lot of congestion here. Look at all these tails here. Okay, so I definitely expect us to get some buyers coming in this area. Okay, we're selling off this zone, so I do expect the bulls to actually start buying off one of these levels to the downside. So that's kind of what I'm looking for at the moment. I'm a little bit wary about taking the short though. The short was up here yesterday, as I suggested, and we've got it. But I think profit taking was at the gap. Now for me, it's let's just wait and see what happens. We are in the middle of nowhere, so I am looking for price to come down to 25,954, 25,896, and the double top target would be 25,871, and that would be an ideal entry. And there's just one other level you need to add in here on the hour, and that's this Bill Williams gap here. Okay. Oh, sorry, not Bill Williams. It's another trader. It's a theory on a gap, which is Al Brooks. This is Al Brooks gap. Okay. So that's kind of the lay of the land as I see it right now. I'm looking for a bit of a pullback. I'm looking for more of a pullback. I'm not entirely convinced. You can see if I look at the 30-minute, we had massive diversions on the moving averages. Now we've come together. This is just warning you that we could continue down for a bit, but for as long as these moving averages stay this close together, the probability of a crossover and a change in direction is fairly strong. It just needs to come off a level, and at this stage we don't actually have a level. Okay. So yeah, so that's my view at the moment. This trend line here, if I put it along like that, so there's my first touch, 2, 3, 4 touches, fairly strong trend line. So don't be too surprised if we sort of get some buyers coming in off here. Next thing to look at is look at the moving averages, 200 moving averages here on the half hour. We have a fairly strong levels here, and the 200 moving averages on the same area. And then the last thing that could be brewing here is a little bit of diversions. Okay, we do have diversions there. No, we don't. We don't have diversions there. We've got a potential double bottom here, but we need to break above this pin bar for that to play out. So I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to come down, find some structure, find some support on one of these levels, and that's my long entry. Okay, so lastly, the market yesterday. Just want to refresh my other chart here. So yesterday the Dow closed flat, okay, down 0.05%. The S&P closed down 0.03%. The Nasdaq 0.01%. So in other words, markets were extremely flat yesterday. China at this stage is down 1.5%, and the Nikkei is down, well, flat, 0.12 down. Okay, so I think, to be honest with you, I think this is just a bigger consolidation pattern that's happening. Maybe turning into a bigger wedge, but I'm looking for a long entry, and I'm looking for one lower down. Okay, so last time for those levels, 25955, 25896. Okay, and then I'm going to skip the middle one here, because if we get through that, I'm more than likely going to get this double top target, which will be 25,851. That is pretty much my area. So between 25,850 and 25,89, or call it 25,900. There's a 50-point zone there that I'm looking to get long. Okay, we may get ambushed before it on this one as well, though. So 25,955. Okay, anyway, guys, that's my view at the moment, and my advice for you: pick a 12-15 minute chart, and wait for the setup here. Oscillators group to the downside and off a level. Okay, so right now we're below a level, so look for the next level. It could be this downward trend line here, which to me probably makes the most sense. It's one of these two. But if it does break through there, I wouldn't panic. I'd rather have a smaller position over here and a much wider stop. So, in other words, coming in off there and look at a 200-point stop loss with a smaller position. Because then if it does come down to here, you're covered. But there's definitely got to some action will have to happen around here if it does get through the first level. Okay. Anyway, that's my view at the moment. Looking for the long now and looking to buy off one of these levels. Hope that helps, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.